Welcome to Master Muse. Today is a very special episode. Today's episode, which is episode
20 plus.
20 plus episodes of Master Muse. Today is the 1 year l'anniversaire of Master Muse. And I brought in a special guest. This is Ayana Stewart. Everybody say hi. Okay. She is the co-host of B-Side. If you haven't checked out B-Side, where the fuck have you been? And I decided to bring her on as my very special guest because she has been my very special friend throughout this entire process of Master Muse. She has been there for the ups and the downs, the weeping, and there has been weeping, the frustration, the skipped, missed, I'm too sick, I'm too tired, I forgot, and the one time that I forgot to hit record for 3 hours. Very true. Okay, so what I want to do today is first I want to give a shout out to all of my, I almost said employees. You guys don't work for me. To all of my interviewees.
Yeah.
Interviewees. It has been such an incredible, amazing ride. I cannot believe we are literally at a year. And also, this is not just a year because I started doing the actual interviews in March. So it's actually been over a year that I've been doing the interviews. And I have 4 in the can, as they say, that are just sitting and waiting to be released into the wild, like the wild little baby animals that they are. They're all so precious. Each one of them are like my own little curated little boo-boo. They're the best. They're the greatest. And I wanted to do something special today, not just for you. I mean, really, it's for me, because I want to remember what it was like to do the very first year. And I'm not going to cry because I put eyelashes on today. And that would be ridiculous because you know how weird I would look if I started losing my eyelashes. It was weird putting them on today. Okay. I'm just going to give you the list of the people. Let's just start with that. Okay. And if you need a minute, you need a minute. Marshall Dane, Robbie Wasabi, Rachel Bond, McKaylin, Roseanne Baker Thornley, Sarah Sims, Rob Torres, Shell, Shannon Dukes, Fahad Nazir, Jenny Magana, Mike Fries, Kane Colto, Avery Friedman, Calvin Hooser, Kira Lawless, Amber Grove, Savannah Lee, Steelwool, and Aggie Miller. That is year one's guests. Mm-hmm. In addition to Chow Malls, Appleby, Dave Rayner, and Zach Day, which are coming. So write it down, look them up, check out their stuffs. I can't believe it's been a year. Mm-hmm. It's so crazy. Okay. So what I do is get a little sippy poo of some flavored H2O. I was going to say water.
It's fancy.
It is fancy. Wow, I almost spit that right back up for you. First of all, I have to give a shout out to one of the people that follow me on TikTok and her husband, Michelle and Jim Catalano. Who are they? They are my hosts. Well, they're not my hosts. They're the OG MMs. The OG Master Muse contributors, just helping me start this podcast. Like when we originally started talking about it, I was like, how am I going to get people to do this? And be like, 32 people follow me and maybe one person will hear it and it's going to be me. and Ayana.
Yes.
And Coco.
Yes.
And a couple other people listened. But I didn't know how I was going to do it or how I was going to talk people into doing it. And Michelle follows me and she was watching, I don't know, a live or something, and her husband was over her shoulder and was like, who's that? And I don't know if he said I was the most hilarious person he'd ever seen in his life or that I was just highly entertaining. But she explained who I was, which I don't even know what she said. She was like, she's some crazy lady on TikTok that's obsessed with Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson. I don't know what she said. And he was like, would she interview, or maybe she found out, she said she wants to do a podcast and wants to interview musicians. Like that's her goal. And he was like, well, I should let her interview. I should let her interview the people that I promote. He's a promoter and promotes these musicians. And he was like, I'll hook her up. Ask her if she'd be interested. If I'd be interested, are you out of your fucking mind? He was like, oh, and so he sends me this whole long email with all the people and was like, if you're interested, let me know. And I was like, yes to all. And on the original list was Marshall Dane, Rachel Bond, McKaylin, and Roseanne Baker Thornley. I was like, yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, no problemo. And then I remember getting down to the point where I was going to interview Marshall Dane. Uh-huh. And I did a lot of research in the beginning. As time has gone by, I do less and less. And not because I'm not interested, but mostly because it's so conversational that I generally know what music you've made, and I've listened to your music, and I do a general search just so I have it in my head, but mostly we're just going to let the conversation go where it goes. Mm-hmm. But in the very beginning, I was terrified that I wouldn't know what to say because I apparently had never had a conversation with another human before. And I locked myself up in my closet. We got me all boxed in. Uh-huh. Oh, that was when you had
before.
That was when you did the thing where I had the desk and you lined up. What are the sound? What are those things called? Like
the egg crate.
Yeah. Like soundproofing. Yeah. And she like stacked it up in front of me and tucked me in this corner over here. And she was like, "Are you good? Do you need anything?" And I was like, "I think I'm okay." And then I was like, hello. And then we had this mess where I had sent him like a Google Calendar link. And then he was trying to get on that instead of the Riverside FM link. And oh my God. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And then it was raining and he was in his car. And I was like, I don't know how the sound's going to turn out, but he was so personable and just had such a cool rocker vibe that I was like, I'm like legitimate. Like I'm a real interviewer.
Yes.
Over the fucking moon with that first one. And I was like, okay. I mean, I can do that. Then we did Robbie Wasabi.
Yes.
And you literally came as the full-on assistant. Yes. I found a place.
Yes. A studio.
Yes, I went to an actual studio because I was doing it in person. Mm-hmm. And Robbie Wasabi was somebody that I met when I was Ubering. Mm-hmm. The last Uber ride that I did and I think that was it because my car got too old. Bless it. Anyway, she was a sweet old Honda Odyssey. She's gone now. Bye. Upgrade. Bye, bitch. Upgrade. You too old. Moving on. Anyway, and he was the last ride. And I said, if you do music, I will interview you on my podcast. I don't know when it's coming out. Say you'll do it. He said yes. And he really did. Mm-hmm. And he came and we sat down and I brought, I had my little piano and it wasn't hooked up properly. So we didn't get to have any of that or the music that he played for us. Or was it when he talked and I was laughing, could you hear? The sound was ruined. That'll teach me not to trust other people to do a thing that I should be doing myself. So then we learned, and we did not do another in-person interview, which is true. Mm-hmm. And yet it's turned out fine.
Yes.
And though it was a good experience and Robbie was super great and so sweet and so precious, I just still hate, and I want to repeat it. The next like little set of songs that he puts out, I'll have to have him come back and be like, let's get good audio and do the whole thing. And then I could have him here, have him sitting right where you are. I'll invite him into my boudoir. I mean, my studio. It's the same thing. Anywho, so that was number 2. Then I did Rachel Bond, and that was the first interview that I was like, we should be besties. It was a total bestie vibe. Mm-hmm. And she was the first one who was like, I want to be a Disney princess. Which, if you've watched the B-side, you know that it's like, I could do that. That could be, you'd be down.
Yes.
If offered, you'd be down.
Yes.
Yeah.
What character? You want to play a turtle? I'll play a
She was like, we're turtles in love.
We're hedgehogs? Whatever. I'm
we
down.
know you're willing to do it. Was it a groundhog or a hedgehog?
It's a groundhog.
Okay. For those of you that missed the Phil and Phyllis portion of the B-side, and the first time I ever seen Ayana truly cry, it was to that little groundhog song. But yeah, Rachel Bond was a fellow Disney. Well, she wants to be a Disney princess, and she totally could. Beautiful, lovely. And then I interviewed Michaelin, and I got like eyelash vibes, not eyelash vibes, but eyelash tips. I was like every time I did an interview, and for those of you that can't tell, I have eyelashes on right now. If you saw me in person, you'd be like, damn girl, are you going somewhere? No, I'm trying to record a podcast where it looks like I have eyelashes. But this just looks like I have eyelashes. Doesn't look like I have crazy eyelashes, but in person, it's a bit much, in my opinion. I mean, it's not like insane, but
I mean, they look pretty natural to me.
It's a lot.
I mean, it's more than right.
But this is what you have to have when you have 17,000 watts.
Right.
How many watts do we have? 5,500 watts plus a ring light. Welcome to the first year. We had Michaelin. Okay. And then Roseanne Baker Thornley. Now, Roseanne is a very seasoned musician, songwriter, poet, mother, wife, businesswoman. I did a 3-hour interview that was so magical, with so much good stuff in it. And at the very end of the interview, and I mean 3 hours in, I realized I hadn't hit record. I came downstairs. What did I say? Do you remember what I said?
I don't even remember the specifics. I just know you were distraught.
It was insanity. I was like, I couldn't even tell her. Like, I knew it had happened.
You didn't want to tell me anything about it.
I didn't tell her. I didn't tell Roseanne that I had done it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even be like, oh, I think we just didn't get any of that. Because we had some speaker issues. Oh, that was also fun. With the old laptop, I was having where and I would be listening. Right. And then they would come back in, and with context clues, I would figure out what they said. My face would I was like, everything's fine. I'm okay. So anyway, that was a super fun portion of that. I had to go back to her and be like, listen, I know you gave me 3 hours of your life, and I really appreciated it. But this is only the fifth interview I've done in my life, and I forgot to hit record. I'm so sorry. Please let me do it again. Because it was such a good interview.
Yeah.
And she had so many amazing things. And and as far as like, teaching people and giving people advice, it was invaluable. It was incredible. It's one of my favorite episodes, really. And I thought I have to somehow repeat it. And at first she was like, let me think about it. And I was like, fair. Right. I would tell you the same thing. Like, I ain't got time to do this again. I'm a busy person. And she agreed, and she let me do it again. And I was like, she was like, this next time, let's make it shorter. Let's rein it in. And I was like, yes, ma'am. We will rein. Yeah. 3 hours again. 3 hours again. I had a whole section, like an hour, and I just put it on Patreon. And then I interviewed Sarah Sims, and we got into some really intimate. It was the first time that we got into like mental illness, a depression, a lot of serious topics. And I'm like, gosh, this can go anywhere. And then I had Rob Torres set up. And Jim had told me, he was like, listen, I'm going to suggest him to you. I don't know if he'll say yes or not. he's already told me that he's seen your format and he's like, I'll do 30 minutes. Like, and for those of you that don't know, they last, they're over an hour every time. And in the beginning, I had a hard time. Like, I don't know how to stop this. We're just chatting. Like, how do I say, I have nothing but love and forever. Let's just all day. Sure. Then you have to edit the shit. Like, be aware that at some point you're going to edit whatever you've done. So anyway, and I'm like, tell Rob that I can handle this. And he doesn't even know. Like, I haven't gotten into anything 20 minutes in. We've gotten nowhere. I've said something silly. Anyway, of course he does it. And I think I talked to him for an hour and a half. I was like, oh, for somebody who didn't want to talk very long, you couldn't shut you up. Anyway, he was adorable. He showed me his guitar, his favorite guitar that his wife bought. It was so great. And then we had Chell, who is a queer, non-binary artist, and got to talk about that serious topic about what it is to be raised by people who have an idea of who and what you're going to be for them as their child, and seeing them be an adult and making different choices and allowing themselves to be themselves, which I felt like was a really important episode that I completely and totally loved. And they had such what did they have, incense burning in the background, like plants on the shoulder and this and the tights and the thing. I loved it. Also an amazing whistler. This is when I found out how much I am obsessed with people who whistle. Harry Styles can whistle, by the way. He's a whistler. Go listen to Changes by Cam. Have you noticed that she's made a reappearance?
Yes. More music's popping up.
Yeah. I didn't know what she looked like. She's got some wild,
curly,
roly-curly blonde hair. I was like, ooh, that's a fun vibe that you don't get to see often. Anyway, Changes by Cam. Check it out. And also, go listen to all these people's music.
Oh, yes.
Stream. Do all the things. Go back and listen to the episodes and listen to their music. Everybody's handle or website or whatever is in the description of every single episode. Then we talked to Fahad Nazir. Hi, Fahad. I love you so much from afar. He is a AI music producer. And when you talk about a sweet spirit, a genuine, precious, I wanted to hug him. He's in India. And he was so incredible. I loved him so much. Oh, I talked to Shannon Dukes, one of my bravest contestants here on the Master Muse, who talked about packing her bags and moving to Australia at 18. And she was like, no big deal. From the States, not from New Zealand, but like from, I can't remember what state she is from, but maybe upstate New York. I want to say not upstate New York, but up north.
Okay.
Up north. Maybe I could be wrong. And then we had Jenny Magana. And this was my first little taste of talking to someone who, I don't know. Ayana and I have a lot of this where it's like our weird matches and it kind of scratches each other's weird. And I was like talking to Jenny and I was like, oh, we're feeling each other's weird out loud. It was so like electric and good feeling. And I wanted to hug her so bad. I just loved her so much. And she's the bassist for Mitski. And they opened for Harry Styles. And I was there and I didn't know who she was, to know that at some point I would be interviewing her. And then, she's just telling me this little anecdotal story about talking to Harry Styles. And I'm like, what is this world that I'm living in?
The Twilight Zone.
Yeah. And how she got piano lessons from some lady and they traded fruit from their fruit stand. Right. I love you. And how she and her husband during the pandemic started making pasta every Sunday. She was like, it's actually really easy to make. I'm like, we should be friends. And this was all happening when the fires were happening in LA.
Right.
And so that was a kind of a crazy time. And then Mike Fries, who's also in LA, who told me a beautiful little story about how he helped his family move across the country and how his dad told him, never would have done this had it not been for you.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, sometimes we make our parents be brave. And then he was brave and started dating some Peruvian woman. And recently they got married. And I think they were in Peru, yeah? I feel like I showed you pictures.
I think so.
And the most beautiful, beautiful scenery that you've ever seen. I think they were on horses at one point. And I was like, I talked to him for like an hour and a half, and he told me about his songwriting and his girlfriend in Peru, and they're married. I mean, I get so invested, which I guess you should. And then I started getting to the point where I've run out of people that were related to somebody. I'd had a couple. I think Fahad was not related. I don't think Shell was it. Shell and Sarah Sims and Fahad were because I put something out on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, if you are near Nashville, let me know, hit me up if you do music. And they was like, oh, we all do music. And invited them on the podcast. And they came. And that's how I got Shell, Sarah Sims, and Fahad. And Robbie Wasabi was Uber, Marshall Dane, Rachel Bond, Michaela Roseanne Baker Thornley. And maybe that's it. Maybe there's one more. And Rob Torres was all from Jim Catalano, the original, the OGMM. And then I just on a whim one day was like, I saw this guy named Kane Colto on TikTok who was promoting the song KFC Santeria. And his vibe was insanely cool and original. And I'm like, how the fuck do I not know who you are? I search TikTok every single day looking for artists. And so I messaged him and I was like, hey, let me interview. He was like, okay. And I was like, hi, I'm Heather Lovelady. I would like to have you on my podcast. He was like, okay, cool. When do you want to do it? And I was like, shit. Like, anyway, I just was like, this is one of those people where like you could be the next.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to put anybody in that, whatever. I'm not going to use a person when I say the next, because you're going to be the next King Colto, or you're going to be the next whoever. Because I don't want to compare you to anybody. You're your own person.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a feeling, and he went like, I think he had maybe 25,000 followers on TikTok when I first got him on the interview, and it was within a couple of days. And by the time the episode came out, he had 250,000 on TikTok and over 250,000 on Spotify. And I was like, holy this is insane. Just watching somebody that you were like, yeah, you've got something, and then watch them blow up right before your eyes was insane. And his story was so incredibly, I mean, gut-wrenching and heart-wrenching, but real and vulnerable and honest. And he's so smart and well-spoken, and really kind of inspired me to want to be better at what I'm doing and make sure that I'm asking the questions that they really want to answer, that really help you understand who they are. So that was a real big, okay, how is this? I mean, because one of the questions that I've had about Master Muse the whole time is like, how am I going to keep this going? Eventually someone like Harry Styles or Louis Tomlinson has to say yes. Not that I've asked yet. Officially, I haven't sent like a handwritten note. Can I send a handwritten note?
They probably have an address.
Anyway,
Someone's assistant will go through it.
I feel I've been hesitant to ask for like bigger names because I'm afraid that you're gonna go, you don't have enough people following you and whatever. I'm like, listen, if you'd come on, they'd listen, and then you'll see what kind of interviewer I am, and you'll love it because I am lovely and delightful. Yes. Ask the people that I interviewed. They loved it. They had a great time. My favorite compliment was like, this was really fun. Like, I thought this was going to be horrible. I don't know why I agreed to do this, but this is actually really fun. I actually had a lot of fun talking to you. I was like, yeah, it was like a conversation with a person, somebody who's interested in the shit you do. And then there was Avery Friedman, who that was through a promoter, which is that started, I think, with Jenny Magana. And they are an amazing little promoter, always sending out these emails with all this information. And if the new song's coming out, it tells you all about the person and links to their stuff and their articles and whatever. And so they hit me up. I think that was also through Instagram. And I kind of created a relationship with them and then started kind of going through some of their people. That was Jenny Magana, Avery Friedman, Chow Malls, Steel Wool. I think that's it. Yeah. Anyway, started that. That was lovely. And then we had Calvin Hooser. Y'all, we love Calvin. That was 2.5 hours. I don't know how that happened. We were chatting. It was like meeting like an older gentleman. And you're like, you're such a nice man. And I love your stories. And tell me a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more until it was 2.5 hours. And then it was this albatross of like, how am I going to edit this? But I did. And it was fine. And it was so great. And then I also maybe another one through the Instagram thing was Kira Lawless, who was in Ireland. And I'm like,
International.
Oh my God. I'm losing my mind. I'm so excited. And she is like, has 4 radio shows over there in the Ireland. And she like paid me my most favorite compliment by telling me that she thought I was good at what I was doing, which, just for the record, I've been unsure of. Like, there's definitely more moments than not moments of me going, is this okay? Because I really wasn't sure if I could do a good job to begin with, because I'm kind of chatty. But, well, I don't know what the but is, but I am kind of chatty. But somehow I have been able to have conversational interviews with people where I do stop and let them talk. Trust me, I do cut out the stuff where I'm like chittering on, but that's just really to help them.
Yeah, comfort.
Right.
Exchanging of your personhood.
Right. I mean, you want them to feel like
reciprocal.
Yes. But when people are listening to an interview, they're not so much caring about although we could be wrong. We may find out that people are very interested in how I started. We don't know yet, but we'll find out. I'm sure the people will tell us. The internet will tell us. Okay, so then we had Kira from Ireland, and then Amber Grove was a project, and that was the private. I can't video you because you want to be unanimous. No.
No.
Thank you. It is hard. Anonymous.
Yes.
And so that was a little hard and also a little funny because he came on and was like, wasn't going to let me in. Like, I'm doing this, right? And I have him in the thing. And I'm thinking, you're not going to let me see you? Like, I can take you, like, it can just be audio. I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, so then he did, but then he was shrouded in a hood and and sunglasses. And I was like, this is something out of a movie. I felt like I was going to get robbed through
virtually.
Yeah, virtually. Like, he was the guy who was like, turn your speakers down. And I'll be like, but through the thing. And then I turn the speakers down and I blow up or something. I don't know. He was precious. I may do a collab with him, Amber Grove. You never know. I'll be like, that. The whole song will just be that. With stuff added on top of it that he did. Anyway, that was a great and fun interview. Then I got this special opportunity through a publicity agency that I had reached out to, and they said, we'll let you interview Savannah Lee. And I go look her up, and she has a song called Cut to the Chase. And I was like, oh, I love this song. Oh, this is so great. And she was doing it, whatever. And I do the interview, and she was wonderful. And then right as I'm about to put out her interview, she cuts this song, drops this song called Tightrope. Ripped my guts out, put it on the floor, stomped. I literally sobbed for an hour. And then I bring it to Ayana, and I'm like, you have to hear this. I can't even stand here while you listen to it. I have to sit down. And so I'm on the couch crying. Uh-huh. It's about losing a friendship, which has never happened to me, but I imagine it must be very difficult. And so that was incredible. And then I ended up getting to see her in concert, like open for this other act in Atlanta. And then meeting her afterwards in person. And I was like, will she know who I am? I don't know, like I'm a bobble on a screen, a bobblehead on a screen.
In person.
Right. And then, and of course, Ayana was with me. And then she turns around, she was like, oh my God, hi. And I was like, hi. Totally fangirling. It was so great. I was like, you're wonderful. I loved it. It was awesome. You should name the song Nothing Yet. About a situationship. Anyway, so that was super cool. Then I did an interview with my first band. It was 2 of the band members. Penny says it's her favorite interview that I've ever done. I don't know why, but she loved it. And that was the first time I had 2 people to interview at the same time. Right. I was a little squealy in the beginning just because I was excited. Sometimes I can sound almost dumb when I'm excited. And anyway, I was like, cut that. Don't, at the very beginning. I was like, okay, then I sound like a normal person. I have to calm down sometimes. I'm like a puppy. It's like, get off my leg. That's not funny. And then Aggie Miller was because we went to see the Army, the Navy, and she was the opener for the Army, the Navy. And it was like, hi, I'm Heather Lovelady, and I have a podcast. And would you be on it? And she was like, yeah, that'd be great. Here's an email. And I thought, because I've been given emails before. Still emailing. Will still continue to email. And I was like, okay. And I thought, well, I don't know. And I just got kind of a good vibe from her. And I thought maybe. And that was another one of my really very lovey, very, kind of interviews. She was just delightful and so cool and so, but like effortlessly so in her genuineness and super talented. And I just loved it. And then, like I said, I have a couple others that I've done, Appleby. I've been watching him kind of blow up on TikTok with his song, and I did the same thing. Can I please interview you? And he let me, and that is also a great interview. That'll have to come out in the second year of Master Muse. That's crazy. Okay, I just had like a very small moment right there. So yeah, that's year 1 of Master Muse. Do you have any thoughts that you would like to
share?
Yeah, I mean, what was it like on the outside looking in, watching me do it, and what do you feel like I didn't see that you saw, or I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like that clip. Remember the clip that did I show that today? Yeah, when Harry's in Reggio Emilia and he's like thanking his people. And I was like, what do you think that's like? That's what it was like for me. I'm watching you do this thing that you really love. And from the ground up. Like literally from the ground up.
Literally from in between your bedroom and your bathroom.
Yeah.
Shoved in with the desk.
Yeah. So now there's more of a setup.
Right.
And even the process of getting guests
Yeah.
and struggling with how that happens. And then also, like, I feel like on multiple occasions, you're like, well, when's going to be the next time, or how am I going to get the
Right.
next thing? And then you're like, oh, well, by the way,
By the way, I booked 3 people
it
today.
just, yes, it just comes
I
out
don't
of
even know
nowhere.
how.
Right. So if that also isn't evidence that you're supposed to be doing it, then I don't know what it is, because it just happens.
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot, and I say it in a lot of interviews, and I think I probably cut it out a bunch, but I'll come downstairs after doing an interview, and you'll be downstairs, and you'll be like, "Oh, how did it go?" And I'm like, "It was terrible. I couldn't shut up. I liked them a lot. I said too much. It went on too long. I don't know if people are going to think that they liked what they were saying, or, whatever. I had to pull it out of, like, very rarely do I feel like I've had to pull it out of people, but sometimes where people are a little less comfortable, that I'm like, I don't know if I can put this together and make it seem like they had a good time. And, and you just go, okay. And then I go to edit it however long later. Cause it's not this, I don't do the interview and then edit it the next week. I'm interviewing.
Yeah.
So, like, I've moved on. And so that doesn't happen sometimes for 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks. I mean, it takes a while because the episodes only come out every other week. So, and I'm often doing interviews every single weekend. So,
And your regular life.
yeah, amongst other things. And now we've added another podcast weekly as well. And then I go back to edit it, and then I'm like, oh, that's actually, like, I think it turned out good. And then the next day when I put it out, I'm like, I'm actually really happy with it. They were so sweet, or they were so this or so that, or whatever. Or I just forgot that we talked about this, or that was such a special moment. Like, there's so many tender moments. One of the questions that I ask at the tail end of the interview is, tell me the kindest thing that anyone's ever done for you. And if I can ever get somebody if somebody would like to intern and pull some of these questions for me, it's the sweetest things you've ever heard in your life. It's so precious, them sharing these moments that they've had. And some of them are big and some of them are really small, but how much it meant to them. And to me, it tells me something about them and what they value, which is why I have curated this 7 rapid fire question series. And so I'm always a little surprised that I'm happy with the episode after all, but I do it every time. That's the point. The point is it is cyclical, and I do it every time. And then if I get too long where I haven't interviewed or edited in a week or two, then I'm like, I was thinking today, this is stupid. I shouldn't be doing this. And she's like, what?
No.
She's like, no, that's not the answer. I was like, I know. I just felt like that for a while today. And then I was like, okay, I guess it's okay. I guess I should be doing this. And then, something happens, like you said, where somebody reaches out and they're like, oh yeah, I'll do it. And it generally does seem to happen in kind of clumps. And then all of a sudden I'm busy for 5 weekends in a row. And I'm double booked certain days, whatever. Anyway, I don't know why or how it keeps working out, but it has. I can't believe that I forgot until just now of us talking about it, that I was right there in the thing. And then I moved to the closet. And then when we just started to do the B-side, it was like, okay, how do we make this better? How do we get the lighting better? How do we have both of us? And then we got new mics, and I got my little thing so that I can, get really moody with you. And we could have a little bit of church, or we could just have a little community. And it makes me feel good, and I'm excited about it. And we came up with this new podcast because I was like, we need more. I feel bored. What am I doing? I'm so not tired. I'm so tired, but I love it. And then somehow I talked you into doing B-side with me. Right. And when I say I talked her into it, I just said, you know what we should do? We should do this. And then 2 weeks later, I was like, by the way, we're doing it tomorrow.
We're doing it.
And she was like, oh,
Which is the key to anyone. If you have someone who's an overthinker, for sure.
right. Don't let you think too long.
No, there's a plan. It's already happening. We're doing it. So then you're just rolling along with it.
Yeah. And it was imperfect. It was imperfect. And it's getting better. And we just made changes today.
Mhm.
But it's a lot of fun. And I feel like it's making me a better interviewer because I know more about what's going on. We were talking about it anyway, what was happening in the music industry, but
Mhm.
now I'm writing things down.
Mhm.
Anyway, I just wanted to take a minute to all of the people who have been a guest on my podcast. What a weird thing to say. It's not because you didn't say yes because I have a gazillion followers or I'm super popular on TikTok or because my eyelashes look professionally done. You do it, I guess, because you're kind and because you have a similar heart to mine where I want to give you a shot and I want to give you a shout out and I want you to feel like I'm shining the light on you. And I love music so much that I have to be in it somehow. We're going to be more in it. I'm just going to prepare all of you for that. We are definitely going to find more ways to be more in the music industry, but I like the kind of space that we honestly have wedged ourselves into. And I just want to say thank you for giving me a shot. And for those of you who haven't heard it yet or haven't said yes yet, we're going to have a great time when you come on. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. I'm a fucking delight. I'm just going to tell you. It is joy in a podcast. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being facetious. Like I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more to come. And who knows what it's going to end up looking like
Mm-hmm.
because I think it's going to change. Not in a, like, oh, that's scary. But in a more fun and genuine way. Because I would love to play around a lot more. Oops. And I want to, there's a lot of things that I want to do. But I also want to thank you for being a part of the thing and being an encourager in the background because I do the same thing over and over again where I doubt what I'm doing or myself, and for being a really true friend. Because for those of you who have never embarked on something that is strange or bigger than you or something that promotes yourself, it is a super fucking weird thing to do. Okay. It does not come naturally. It is strange to talk to yourself into a screen. It is weirder to listen to yourself on 1.5 and be like, oh, so you can't understand what I'm saying either. It's a weird thing to be like, hey guys, brand new episode of Master Muse or B-side or whatever. It's a weird thing to do. And to have a friend who isn't threatened by this thing that I'm doing and is encouraging and supportive and just knows how to be a real true friend is just a fucking gift. And I'm really appreciative. And I've had a lot of fun with you. And I'm not going to cry because that's weird and I don't feel like doing it. It's not weird and you can cry. I hope you're crying instead of us. I hope I gave you a cry.
In a cool way.
Yeah, but in a really cool way. Like I'm crying for people I don't know. I love that. But it has been really kind of an incredible year, and who knows where we'll be
a year from now.
I know.
Or even 5 years from now.
I mean, think about like what has changed in a fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
I have like little baby in-ears.
Exponential. Yes.
We both do.
Mine are wanting to pop out, but yes.
I mean, I don't know. it just blows me away. And I feel a lot more comfortable, talking to people. I mean, it's still weird and I have a long way to go. Like I said, I'm afraid to talk to the huge artists. I'm afraid they're just going to be like, nobody's going to listen. But fucking Drake did Bobby Altoff.
Mm.
Someone's going to give me that shot too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ball will get rolling even further. I never want to stop talking to the people that I think are up and coming. And I don't care how many people you have listened to you on Spotify or on Instagram or TikTok. If I think you're good, I want you.
Mm-hmm.
So that will not change. Period.
Mm-hmm.
End of story.
Oh,
What? What do you have?
that reminds me of this thing. I took a whole bunch of screenshots. I meant to send it to you.
Tell me.
I don't know if you've seen it, come across it. Okay, so it's a thing of 3 of them, and it starts with, "You didn't come here to go viral. You're not a virus." And then it changes on the different screens or whatever. It says, "You came here to create work that feels like truth in your bones, whether it pleases algorithms or not.
Yes.
You came here to honor the voice of your soul, regardless of how loudly the world applauds.
Yes.
And then you came here to weave beauty into the world in a way that only you can, regardless of how many stop to acknowledge it as beautiful."
I'm just saying, you never know who's in the room with you. As you do this thing, especially in the beginning. And I feel like there's something to be said that these people, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24 people in the last year have said, sure, yeah, okay. And really given of themselves to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is not a 15-minute interview. This is not a couple of silly little questions. This is some real time.
Mm-hmm.
And they have offered themselves up and been vulnerable and shared about their families and shared about their experiences as women, as men, as queer people, as married people, as parents, as children, as students, as artists, ultimately,
Mm-hmm.
but all of those other things. And I just cannot express to you how much it means to me that you have given that to me and the people who have listened to you, because your story matters so much. You know, people come to me, they don't always comment, but sometimes they'll come to me and be like, "Oh, I really love the episode where you said such and such to so and so," because it really moved me. It moves the people in our household.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's just so incredibly valuable. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this little journey of this middle-aged woman in Atlanta, Georgia, with 4 kids in the house under her roof and a roommate. Thank God for the roommate. You guys have no idea. You can imagine, but you have no idea. And it's been one hell of a ride. So what I thought we would do to just kind of end it,
Okay.
is we're going to do the 7 rapid fire questions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we'll both answer.
Okay.
Because I've never done it. Sometimes I share, but this will be good for us. These are 7 rapid fire questions. There are 7. However, they are not rapid, so please don't get panicked. You don't have to answer quickly. They are fire though, because I cultivated them myself. You could answer them at your leisure. We've got all the time in the world.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, what would be your ideal vacation? And that could be where you go or what you do or both.
Water.
Yeah. She's a Pisces, guys.
Yes. So a beach.
Yeah.
Like that clip you showed me the other day with that Pebble Beach.
Yes.
It's even by the mountains. Water in the mountains would be fine.
Yes.
I do like the water.
Okay.
What about you?
Okay. For me, I do like the mountains a lot.
Okay.
But I do also like water, but not so much beach. So maybe like lake.
Okay.
But I'd like it to be cold. And then there's a fire, and alcohol, sweet treats, favorite people, music, laughter, no agenda. So, yeah, I prefer no agenda for a vacation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to do that either.
Yeah, I don't.
the best.
We don't have to do a whole bunch of shit.
Yes,
I just want. I like quality time,
Mhm.
and then when there gets a little alcohol, and then I could talk until 4 a.m.
Mhm.
Then I fall down, then I wake up, and we do it again. Yay! All right, number 2, favorite concert that you've ever attended,
Oh my gosh.
and then one that you would like to attend.
Oh wow, this was actually fairly quick. A favorite for sure, Wembley.
Yeah, Wembley, Harry Styles,
One, and I don't even remember what
2022.
year that was. Okay, because obviously he's done Wembley more than once.
Yeah,
Yeah, the rain. Who we like being there with you, and then also seeing like everyone take it in, and him like falling on the stage with the rain. The rain was really like when they say like,
it was rom-com
the
vibes.
wind really did its thing or whatever. Yeah,
Right.
the rain was like, yeah,
It was a main
insane.
character.
Yes, it was. And I still look back at those pictures too, because I took a picture of myself as we're going back up the stairs when we
Yeah.
came out of pit. I was like, wow. Like I really do feel like I captured like myself exuding like joy
Yeah.
on a level that I hadn't before. So yeah. And then someone I want to see.
Yes.
I want to see a full-fledged Hozier concert.
Yes.
We've seen him already, but like I want immersive. I want to.
I want a closed venue kind
Yeah.
of as well, just
Yeah.
to lock it all in.
Yes. Okay, how about you for favorite and when you want to go to?
I think that I am not going to cry. Wembley was really great, and it was a really pivotal moment. But for me personally, going to see Harry Styles for the very first time in Las Vegas, where I had fashioned a top out of a large piece of sequin fabric with double stick tape and a pair of scissors on a bed while watching the first Away from Home. Was that the first festival, or was that his? That was the first festival, yeah, for Louis Tomlinson.
I don't think it was.
Or was that a concert? That was his concert. I don't know. I can't remember because it was in 2021.
Oh well, then maybe it was Away from Home.
I think it was. I could be wrong, but anyway, I had watched that online. He had done it. He live streamed it, and I had brought Ava and Landon on this trip, but then I went to the concert by myself. And I just remember walking into the venue and seeing his merch, and then sitting in my seat and realizing how close he would be on the stage, and then him coming out and seeing him, like his smile, like those were his dimples and those were his tattoos, and that was his person, and he was talking to us, and then he was singing to us, and I couldn't believe it that I had made this thing happen for real. Like it wasn't just something that I talked about and be like, oh, that was cool. That would be cool. I would love to, be there when Harry opens tour out of the pandemic, which was such a weird time for me personally as well. So that was just amazing. And then what do I want to see? Like 100 people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sad I missed Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Like I'm sad that I missed that Eras tour. I feel like that was like we're going to talk about it for decades about that, the way that she did that. I don't know if she'll ever do anything like that, maybe until she retires, maybe. So I'm kind of sad that I missed that. Not just a concert for her, but that specific tour. But who I would like to see, I mean, I'll just give you some of the people that are top of my head. I'd like to see Olivia Dean. I'd like to see Benson Boone. I'd like to see Teddy Swims. I'd like to see Hozier. I would like to see it turns out I want to see the fucking Jonas Brothers. That's embarrassing, y'all. I was not a Janai, I don't know. I wasn't a J3 bro girl. We haven't figured out what their fan name is, so this is a long ongoing joke that's just for us. I would like to see Maroon 5.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see
Oh,
Chapel Roan.
Youngblood.
I would like to see Youngblood.
Mm-hmm.
Damiano David.
Mm-hmm. It'll still happen.
I don't know, yeah. There's a lot of people that I would like to see.
Yes.
That's a hard. I have a really kind of a long list of people. Lola Young,
Mm-hmm.
Louis Capaldi,
Mm-hmm.
Ren.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, okay, a lot. All right. Number 3, overrated and underrated holiday. And by holiday, I mean a day in the year where we get the day off
Mm-hmm.
and it's a holiday,
Uh-huh.
not a vacation holiday.
Uh-huh. Okay, overrated and underrated. I don't know if there is anything overrated for me because I really just enjoy an event
Okay.
and any excuse. A holiday is an excuse to have a whole
Theme.
shebang.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole vibe.
Okay. That's a fair answer from you, to be honest. Okay, what's underrated? We should do way more.
Underrated? I mean, technically, it's not a holiday, but it's a holiday to me. I think my birthday's a little underrated.
I agree.
You know, when
We should
you
do
become
more.
an adult, it's
Yeah.
like because your parents used to help make it like magical for you,
Right.
and then you realize the magic was just was just them.
Yeah.
So then, when you're an adult, it's like, well, I've got like 2 quarters, and
It's hard.
I think I can make a tent.
I think people should sponsor our birthdays.
That would be nice, like how they do.
Like,
for
don't buy me a gift, but can you
showers.
send me can we do like a GoFundMe for my birthday, and then I'll let you know what we're doing with the money, with the
Yes.
funds that I have.
I'm not even crazy, just
Right.
a little bit. But yeah,
That's a great answer, and I have not had
Okay.
that one yet. So
Okay.
I like that. Overrated is Halloween.
Okay.
I don't think anything special about it. So many people love it. I've
Yeah.
been dying to tell everyone I could get rid of it entirely. It could not exist. And I would be like, cool. I could even live without the candy corn, and I eat 10 bags of that every season. But I completely and totally overrated. And so many people love it. Nothing about it do I love. Anyway, underrated. I think Valentine's Day is underrated.
Okay.
Because I think it shouldn't be about lovers. It can be. But that shouldn't be the primary focus. I think the primary focus of Valentine's Day should just be about love.
I love that.
Like just expressing love. Like a day where you go out of your way to express love. And I love that the love can be expressed in red and pink and white sparkles with bows and shiny, sparkly things. Like,
Right.
I love that. And so it's sweet treats and it's flowers and whatever, like, and or it's a basket of self-care items, or it's a gift bag of your favorite snacks, or it's a get together with your best friends or best friend over Zoom, and you watch the same movie or talk about your last trip or whatever. It's just, I just think that it should just be about love. I think it a lot of times makes people who are not in a couple, and I've had plenty of lovely Valentine's days with partners. So I don't feel like I've had more Valentines with partners than I've had single. But I just don't like that it makes single people feel weird that they don't have somebody. So fuck that. Let it just be about love. And we did do that this past year, where we did, like, we watched a fun movie.
I loved that.
And we had
Did we watch
curated.
rom-coms?
I don't know what we watched, quite frankly, because I really only remember the snack box. But we did snack boxes.
Yes.
And like we had candies and cookies and chips and nuts and cheese and just whatever we wanted in these little snack boxes. And I thought it was great. So And again, I care more about quality time than stuffs or events. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. All right. Weird food combo.
You would probably know what's weird about the things that I eat. I can't think of any at the top.
Tofu. Ugh.
Oh yeah, I do eat tofu.
She's all squeezing it out.
It has to absorb the flavor.
Gross. So
If it's just the water, it's just gonna sit.
Okay.
Weird though.
Or it could just be a combo that not a lot of people have. Don't go too far. Guys, we could spend 15 minutes on this while she thinks this through. It's like, well, is that weird for you? Or is it weird for me? Or is it weird for my community? And I don't know.
What about a snack that I thought was weird, but now I like?
Okay, great.
Does that work?
Yeah, of course.
I used to hate peppers.
Oh, yeah. Now you're like
Peppers?
onto the little tiny snack peppers.
Stop it.
She's
The
stuffing
little
them
sweet
fuckers with cream
peppers.
cheese.
And then some everything but the bagel seasoning. Stop
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm salivating already.
She and I get on to the let's have some good food. Let's talk about some good food.
Yes.
And then we'll just get into a whole thing like, what about this? And you would think we were talking about some sexy time. And it's just delicious food time. We should have a podcast where we talk about fucking food. Like, guess what I made this week?
Will we do
First
some
you
ASMR?
First you take a onion and you slice it very thinly. Put it in the pan. Give it some oil. A little bit of butter. Yeah. Could be. People would be having a problem just listening to it. They'd be like, I don't want to watch the video. Just turn it louder in the house. And they're like in the house, like, sizzle it in the pan. Is it looking hot? Is it looking caramelized? The sheer moment before it burns, take it off the heat. Let it rest. You can imagine walking into somebody's house and that's playing like on large speakers. Like, what are you listening to? Are you listening to Smut in the House? And the children's like, oh no, it's a cooking show. These two girls they tell you about how to make a recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For you.
Weird food combo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like a lot of weird things. I don't know that I have a weird food combo, but let me think.
Or what about the second piece that you say, or something decadent that someone else?
Oh, right, yeah.
that we
Sometimes I
should
say
try?
something that's really, really delicioso.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is something that I think is really tasty, but it's not super decadent or super fancy. But rotisserie chicken,
Okay.
like from Sam's Club, and then a fresh avocado
Okay.
with the everything but the bagel seasoning.
Okay.
It's just very fresh and light and surprisingly satisfying. It's not very weird, but
That's really good for you too. Got a good fat in there.
Yeah.
Protein,
It does kind of
macros.
Yeah, it does kick some good stuff in there for your body. Which normally I'm all about, like a oatmeal cream pie, little Debbie snack. That's fucking delicious. But the only thing that I think that I do that is weird for some people is I'm a big food mixer. Like I like to cultivate the perfect bite. So you take a little bit of roast with a little bit of mashed potatoes with 2 green beans. That's a good bite. Or fried chicken bite, macaroni and cheese, and a couple of lima beans. Also delicious. So we can't, and I don't like eating breakfast. Like if I have grits and eggs, I'm not going to eat the grits by themselves or the eggs by themselves. You have to eat them together. And I got in trouble when I did like a class, what was the class? Like a how to be not gross, have manners,
like an etiquette.
Yes, etiquette
class.
And then the final like performance of etiquetteness. Whatever, there was a final performance, and I was given grits and eggs, and I put them together and smashed them all together. And I didn't get in trouble, but it was like, did you learn nothing?
They were judging you?
Did I learn nothing? And I was like, they don't taste good unless they're together. Ideally, add a slice of Kraft macaroni, not Kraft macaroni and cheese, Kraft American cheese.
Mm.
Kraft American cheese, eggs, grits, all mixed together, salt, pepper, delicioso.
Mm-hmm.
Further it, great piece of sourdough bread. Put a chunk of that on the sourdough bread that has been buttered. Oh my God, shut up, sit down. All right. Now, I don't want you to think too hard or long about this. This is going to be a very difficult question for you.
I already know which one it is.
What is the kindest thing anyone has ever said or done for you? Do you want to narrow it by a
I
decade?
can't. Something that happened in the last
a half of a
year.
decade? Yeah. Do you want to give it a category? What related to what? Do you want me to give it to a person?
It's not specific. It's more like a general feeling.
Okay.
But you accept a lot of my weird. So that's pretty great.
I love the weird.
I'm not ostracized. I don't have to mask with you. That's honestly what it is.
And
I
I
can
love
just be
every
whatever.
weird thing I learn about you. And I don't, first of all, let me just start by saying, I don't think that the things that you do that you think are weird. I think the things that you don't think are weird are absolutely bizarro. Okay. I can list you about 10 things, toot sweet, that she's like, that's not one of the things I'm talking about. Do I think that you should stop doing them? Never. Do I find them to be very endearing qualities that you have? Yeah. I like the weird. I like the things that make you you and make you, they make you interesting.
Mhm.
They make you interesting. So, well, that's super fucking nice. Jesus fucking Christ. If y'all aren't crying, you're heartless. Just fucking sit down. I think the kindest thing that anyone has ever done for me is you and those of you who have been my friend through this process, who have been like, sure, you can do this. Like, sure, you can interview people. Sure, you can figure out how to edit. Sure, you can learn how to do the video thing. Sure, you can, whatever it has just been like, sure, you can. Yeah, you can. And I was talking to Penny the other night and I was saying, I didn't know that I was funny until about 5 years ago. And she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, yeah, but I thought it was like situational and like maybe they were just my people or maybe they were my type of people or whatever. I didn't think that it was like this is the experience that most people have with you. They find you funny. I didn't know I was doing a lot of it on purpose until I started making TikTok videos and I was like, oh, I'm doing a bit. Like, I think men maybe are more aware when they're like, watch this. This is going to be hilarious. It's mostly just the way I tell a story. And then being aware of this is when you walk away, which is timing and the end of a bit that I just didn't realize I was doing. And so I feel like all of you, and there have been several of you that have participated in this journey that have helped me realize that who I am as a person in this thing I'm doing is, whatever.
Great.
Cool. Yeah. It's just nice.
The bee's knees.
Huh?
The bee's knees.
Sure.
Amazing.
Okay.
Entertaining. Glorious. Delicious. to quote you.
I do say delicious a lot. A lot of people.
Delicious and lovely.
I do. That is true. I do find a lot of people really delicious and lovely. Okay, personality pet peeve.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get into it. You can give me 5 if you'd like.
Honking too soon.
Okay, give me another one.
Why? Um. Oh, my brain just went blank.
Okay, let me think of one.
What if we just go back and forth?
Uh, pet peeve. Being constantly late.
Oh.
Perpetual lateness without a reason is like, get your fucking shit together.
Uh-huh. Oh, people who pick out things about somebody else to make them feel insecure. Don't do that.
A bragger.
No.
I'm so good at podcasting.
Please.
I just
Don't
really
say it.
am just amazing how good I do. You know, I didn't know anything about it, and I just taught it to myself. I'm so good. Shut the fuck up. I mean, I am good at it, but I don't have to brag about it.
No, you just are. What else?
I love this game, but the pet peeve is my favorite fucking thing.
Yeah, the pet peeves are amazing.
Not allowing people to have their weird. Judging people for their weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you be that way?
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
I know there's more. There's plenty more.
Being rude for no reason. Like, not erring on the side of like, maybe you're just having a bad day. Maybe I don't have to be a jackass to you.
Mm-hmm.
Tattling.
Yeah.
Insincere. Shitty friend. Oh, sorry. Lying. Ghosting.
Yeah. Oh gosh, what else? There's so many things. My brain is literally blank.
That's okay. We only had to give you one. I just thought we could go on for like an hour.
You probably could though.
All right. What are your words to live by? And as I say in every episode, this doesn't have to be, I've had these words to live by since I was whatever years old. This could be your words to live by this year, or the thing that you're constantly saying to yourself.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I said something similar. Was this today too? Oh yeah, it was today. That I've been telling myself recently that it's just a season for whatever it is.
Right.
So even if it's good, like
enjoy it.
Soak up. Yes, be grateful. Like lean into it. Be present. And if it's horrible, or if you're struggling, or if you're on the edge of hopelessness, it's just a season.
This too shall pass.
It always changes.
Comes to pass, not to stay. That's one of my favorite things. Mine right now is, and I said it in the interview that I did earlier today, is just don't quit. Just don't quit. Just like whatever it is that you're working on or you're doing, the way that you will fail is not that you won't mess up along the way, is that you will quit. Mm-hmm. That's how you'll fuck it up. Mm-hmm. You can mess up, you can do it wrong, you can do it weird, you can do it, imperfectly, but as long as you keep doing it, you're winning. Mm-hmm. And quitting is failing. And I don't want to fail. Mm-hmm. I don't want to quit. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
All right, guys. For those of you that have been listeners of Master Muse, I am in love with you. For those of you that have commented on episodes, we're married. We should have children. Except I'm too old, but we'll have like Labubu children, or we'll have like Shopkins children. It'll be imaginary and it'll be in our own minds, but I cannot tell you how appreciative I am that you're just like, you're watching. It's a little creepy when you say it like that, but it's mostly awesome that you're stalking me on all socials. If you follow me on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Spotify, and you've rated or reviewed or whatever, you are a special human. And I will forever be indebted to you because you're letting me do this thing that I want to do. I mean, I'm doing it anyway, but I do want people to listen to it. ideally. So I'm going to keep on keeping on. This is year 1 of 101. I may not live to be 148, but 9. But I'm going to keep on keeping on. So thank you for being here. And happy Anniversaire to Master Muse.
Oh, can I say something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me on to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Thank you for being a guest.
Mm-hmm.
My 21st guest for 2025 for Master Muse.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you being part of it because you were a part of it. That was kind of the thing for those of you that you can imagine that I sprung this on her an hour ago. I was like, do you want to do a special episode with me and Master Muse? And she was like, okay. But you've been up for it, but you have been a process of you have been the person that's been sitting by me. You know the most about everything that has happened, every single email that I've sent, every time I have or have not gotten a response, setting it up, the people that came, the people that didn't, every cancellation, every time I've gotten completely ready and somebody was like, sorry, I'm sick. It happens, but you've been through the whole thing with me. And I'm so glad that you're my roommate and a part of me and co-host of B-Side. I think we're fucking killing it, quite frankly. For those of you that are in the podcast world that are doing what we're doing, watch out, motherfuckers. Here we go. It's a lot of fun. So thank you for being a part.
Wait, I wanted to say more.
Oh, well, there's more. I said more. Sorry.
Yes, I wanted to say
Okay.
more. I hope that as you go from 24 to doing this 24/7, because that's going to be that's the goal.
Yeah.
That amazing people come your way and everyone that you need for every single step, even the turns that it takes that you're like, oh, that didn't feel so good or whatever, that you realize that this is like what you really want to do and that you keep sticking with it, like you said, like don't give up. And I hope that you are like, you fall more and more in love with every single guest that you have, obviously, because that always happens. You're like, oh my gosh, this person was amazing. And then you're like, oh my gosh, this person was amazing. And you're like, oh my gosh, this person was amazing.
They are.
But I hope that you have people upon people who share their stories with you and get as vulnerable as you are. And also, like, it is a magical thing that you create the space that they're able to speak in. And I hope you know that that is you. Like, it's not just like, it's why it's happening, because you're making it happen. Your essence is all in this. And so I just wanted to leave you with that, because you leave a little blessing with everyone.
I was just going to say, you guys know that she did that because I have, it was a thing that it started with Marshall. I mean, it was the very first episode that I did. And I just started saying some of the things that I heard as we were talking. And then I realized maybe 3 or 4 episodes in, it's like, shit, I'm doing it every time. And I'm, kind of sending them off with a blessing of the things that I heard them say that they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just a blessing, but hopefully to let them know that I was here
mm-hmm.
with you in this conversation, hearing what you hope for your future. So that's why she did that. And
love you.
I love you too. All right, that's it. A year of Master Muse. Bye.